Advertising Regulatory Board has weighed in on clicks adverts controversy. They say their primary purpose is to protect consumers. If they find an advertisement to be misleading or offensive, they'll order the advertiser to remove the advertisement to prevent future harm. In this matter, clicks have already removed the offending material and apologized. They've also taken internal steps to address the issue, and so at this stage there is no need for the ARB to intervene any further. Now, to give us more clarity, we're now joined by Gail Schimmel, ARB CEO, to give us more detail. A very good morning to you, Gail, and thank you for your time. You're saying that your priority is to protect consumers and ensure that you intervene where you see fit. In this instance, the advert has already been removed, but the impact is still being felt. What role do you play in such a matter?
So I think the first thing is that we don't intervene where we see fit. We intervene where we get a complaint. We have got complaints in this matter. But given that if we were to do an investigation and we were to make a decision about it, we would order the ad to be withdrawn. So where the advertiser has already said, we know that we've done wrong, we're withdrawing the ad, there's no reason for us to do a whole expensive investigation in order to come to the same conclusion and tell them to withdraw an ad that they've already withdrawn. Because we are about protecting the consumer from the harm caused by the ad. We're not a punitive organization. We're not there to punish the advertiser for having gone wrong. We do have some punishments, but it is for a situation where an advertiser is refusing to listen to us. Not a situation like this where the advertiser has quickly come to the table and said, we're withdrawing the ad, we're withdrawing the harm, and apologized. You know, they've actually gone a lot further than you will see advertisers go in most situations like this.
In this instance, the consumer has been harmed in more ways than one because the matter now has moved away from the actual advert but to the history of the country, the implications of the hair narrative in South Africa. What role do you play in such a situation? Is there anything more that you can do to do some sort of damage control, because the damage and the harm is still being felt?
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree, and I think the damage and harm is being felt because this is such a multi-leveled problem. You know, this is a symptom of a much, much bigger problem. And the problem in the, it's such a big problem, where does one even start? But the problem in the advertising industry is, why are people not picking up ads like this? Is it a case of we don't have enough diversity in our advertising and marketing teams? Or is it a case, and this is my feeling, because I don't feel, and I feel quite strongly about this, I don't think you have to be a person of color to be sensitive to issues of racism. I think you just have to be slightly awake, to be honest. So why are people not doing that? Why are people not approaching things with that sensitivity? And we are in talks within the industry about how we can do a bit more training around that, how, as the ARB, how we can be part of training people into the rules in our code, because there are rules about this. There are rules against offensive advertising. There are rules against discriminatory advertising. And we need to make it so that advertisers are, first of all, more aware of those rules, and second of all, feel more empowered to bring those rules to the table. Because I find it hard to believe in a case like this, and in most of the similar cases, that there wasn't a junior in the room who knew that something wrong was happening, who felt uncomfortable but didn't know how to give voice to their opinion. And we have to find a way to give those people voice.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time. ARB CEO Gail Schimmel weighing in there, the Advertising Regulatory Board weighing in on the clicks advert.